Today we are going to be talking all about December and what is coming for you in December. It's kind of like the close of a chapter because it's the end of the year, and I know it can kind of be like a confusing time for some people, and we're just going to see what is ahead, maybe see if there's anything for career, love life, and just in general. So if you are new to these pick a card readings, then how this works is this is pile number 1, 2, and 3. So using your intuition, you should be drawn to one of the piles first. And if I'm having a hard time choosing, then I kind of just pause the video and I kind of feel, okay, if I chose this one, does this feel like it would be right? Okay, maybe if I didn't choose this one, I chose this one, would this one feel like it's something that I needed? So I kind of just go back and forth between the piles. And if you're drawn to more than one, there might be a message in both piles for you. So often I watch a couple of different ones that I'm drawn to just because there might be different pieces in each one that resonate with me. So don't be scared to watch a couple of them because there might be different types of messages in there for you. And please take what resonates. If you feel like you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. It really helps me grow this community, and I'm so grateful for the support so far. So without further ado, let's get into the reading. See if you can choose with your intuition, and if you would like some crystals to help you just choose even more precisely, I'll be back with those in just a moment. So hopefully this helped a little bit. We've got, again, pile number 1, 2, and 3. So take some time, pause the video if you need to gain some clarity. Pick which one feels right to you, or like I said, maybe for this December prediction, you might need a couple of different piles. A few different things may speak to you. So once you're ready, go ahead and click the description below for the time of your reading or your readings, and I will see you very soon. Okay, group number 1, let's find out what is meant for you this December. And what's exciting is you have a clear quartz, and clear quartz is kind of like a protection clearing, but also like an energy amplifier. So I wonder if we'll get to see what type of energy you're kind of manifesting and what you're going to bring with you into the new year as well. So hopefully this clear quartz has some really good signs for you that things will be clear and abundant, and anything that you were trying to manifest is going to come true. So I'm going to save these, and let's just look at the tarot first. Okay, your first card is the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles, I love this card. It's such a comforting card because you can see that he is just kind of sitting here with his companion and just kind of enjoying. You can see that he's got a very genuine smile on his face and he's just enjoying life. So with this card, I think that you are kind of finally coming to a place where you're able to sit back and enjoy things. Or if you're feeling like you can't enjoy things, maybe this is a sign that you need to just take a little bit of rest, sit back and enjoy. This could be that you have finally achieved a goal that you've been working at for a long time, and you're finally getting to see that it has been successful, and kind of that slow and steady wins the race. You might be finally feeling financially secure in December, which is very important, especially around the holidays. I know a lot of people struggle with that. So I think just allowing yourself to kind of sit back and look at what you've accomplished. And even if you don't feel like you've accomplished as much as you want, because group number 1, I really feel like you are a perfectionist. Let yourself kind of have that success and say, yeah, I did do that. So that just bodes well as your very first card. Let's see what else is coming up for you in December. Okay. The Chariot. So this is also a very good card. This one can sometimes symbolize like going places and traveling. So honestly, when you put these two cards together, it honestly seems like you're going to be going somewhere or being in someone else's home for the holidays, or just being able to enjoy your time. And the Chariot can also mean that you are moving toward a new goal or things are coming at you. So perhaps you kind of like reached one stage and you are going to see where you're going to go next with it, and just seeing where that movement will take you. So don't be afraid of movement in December. If it feels like things are just kind of going along, go with the flow, and sit back and relax and just kind of let it happen, because the Chariot is going to take you to some really good places. Let's see what else is in store. Okay, so this is very interesting. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So what's really interesting is the King of Pentacles is sort of like finishing a cycle or a goal, and the Ace of Pentacles is starting a new one. You can see there are roots coming out of these hands here. So what I'm feeling is that you have, again, I think that you're kind of going to a new level. Like maybe this might have to do with work, but I think it's just generally in life. You have kind of reached a place where you feel like you are ascending to a new level, and maybe even just using what you've learned from the past to create something new, and maybe even working with a couple of people close to you to kind of make this dream a reality. So I get that there are going to be some seeds planted, and I think you're going to take this into the next year with you as well. You'll have to come back and get the 2022 official predictions. But I think this bodes really well that you've had a lot of the success, and now kind of go with the flow as these new ideas pop into your head. So definitely kind of keep a note or a journal with you as you are going places. I actually think that with the Chariot, you might be inspired by going to these new places and kind of being out of your normal zone, but it's going to be relaxed and you're going to enjoy it. So this could either be you're just sitting back relaxing for the holidays and enjoying the fruits of your labor, or kind of this movement and being able to go these different places. It's going to inspire you, and maybe you'll meet the right people, see the right things. So again, make sure to write those down. I get the sense that you are a person that you might have those thoughts right before you fall asleep of, oh my gosh, I have this really awesome idea, and you don't want to like reach for your phone or grab a piece of paper next to you and write it down, because you think, oh, I'll remember that in the morning. And then you don't end up remembering it in the morning. And then you're like, oh, I know this happened, but I have no idea what I thought. So don't let those ideas, kind of fall out of your head. Make sure you write them down, because you might be like about to fall asleep, or you might be brushing your teeth or eating dinner, and all of a sudden an idea is going to come to you. So make sure you've got a place to kind of put those down, because I get the sense that they are going to just keep snowballing for you. Okay, and let's see what the last card has in store. Wow. Okay, so group number 1, this is a really positive reading for you. The World has the number 21, which is so interesting. It's the last of the major arcana cards. And it's interesting because we're ending the year 2021, and this is kind of like ending a cycle. And again, it kind of connects with the King of Pentacles, actually. So it's like you have achieved the goals that you want to achieve, or kind of gotten to the level that you need to be at, and you're about to start something new. So I think overall the world is your oyster, and you really can make this new venture whatever you want, because you kind of have something really going for you this month, where you are going to be able to feel that stability that maybe you've been looking for a while now. And with that stability, you can do whatever you want. There are so many doors and possibilities that are open for you. And I think you kind of have the ability to just make whatever work. And I think maybe you've been feeling stuck for a while. So this Chariot energy could really have to do with being able to finally move forward, feeling stable. You've kind of completed this goal or this level that you have needed to go through, whether that's career, soul work. I think that you will kind of have an intuition about what this is, because tarot is a two-way street. You will feel what resonates, which aspect of your life these cards are referring to, and then kind of taking December to just feel comfortable in that stability and see where you go next and where this is going to take you and what's going to grow. So let's see with some Starseed Oracle cards what is also in store for you. Okay, well, I think we're getting a clear message here, group number 1. This card says, surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Interesting. So this has very much the same energy as the King of Pentacles and the World, where you just get to enjoy something for once. Like, let yourself enjoy, maybe do something new that you haven't done in a while. These people are clearly enjoying this beautiful pool. So surrender to these things as they come, like enjoy them. I think being intentional about being in the moment is something important for you, because perhaps you have not let yourself enjoy because you've been like, go, 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 trying to achieve things. So when you're happy, like, think about it and be like, oh, I'm so happy right now. I'm really enjoying this. Or I'm going to do that thing that I've been looking forward to because I worked so hard. And now it's time to let yourself kind of have that joy that you've been seeking before kind of this new growth starts. And I think the new growth, again, is going to come from the enjoyment. So make sure that you take your phone or whatever you want to write things down on. And we'll see, like, a little pocket journal would be really inspiring to you. Like, if you go to the store and find one that kind of calls your name. I also get that you might be a person who's really into, like, cool pens or writing utensils, like some stationery. You could get a really cool one and kind of make this a little bit ceremonial, like have it be exciting to have these new ideas come to you, because I think that you've kind of practiced a lot with getting these things going. So this new venture is going to be something that is really fun for you and less work. Like, it's going to be work, but you're going to enjoy it because you already know that you can be successful. So don't let any doubt creep in, because you've got this. Okay, let's see what your last card is. The Whale and Orca Elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. Okay, so I think you should be proud of what you have accomplished. Share your song, to me, feels like you can share what you have accomplished and kind of don't feel weird about telling people about your successes. Like, it's okay. You're not bragging. You can tell them this is going to be something that not everyone will understand. It's kind of like when you think of like whale songs, not all of the different sea creatures understand each other, but there are going to be people who you really inspire through your path. So based on what you have accomplished and what you are going to accomplish, a lot of people are going to be inspired by you, whether you know it or not. And this whole diving deep, I think that's going to be something where you're elevating a lot of people because you're going to be inspiring them, as well as kind of like diving deeper with yourself. And I think you've been doing that lately, and that's why you've been seeing so much success and why you're kind of going to that next level in life. So don't be afraid of going deep. And if somebody can't go deep with you, then maybe that person is not for you to have them in your inner circle. So this is part of the Shaman book, and I just wanted to see if there were a couple of different animals that might embody the energy of December for you, or if you might see these animals, it might be good luck. So horse is really interesting because horses can really kind of see people's true intentions and read their vibrations really well. This also says peace, gregariousness, progress, instinctiveness, responsiveness, spirit, freedom, stamina, vitality, and recklessness. So that's kind of a lot of them, but if any of these resonate with you, then you might be feeling some horse energy, feeling some of these things in December. And again, I think you are going to be feeling a lot of peace and progress, definitely. So I think that, and freedom, vitality, and recklessness. Sometimes like recklessness can be seen as a bad thing, but honestly, I think it's just like you're enjoying things for once, and like letting yourself rest kind of feels reckless to you, but it's not. Like, just let yourself enjoy, so that way you don't burn out for your next project. And then also the Toad. This one's interesting. I have not pulled this one yet from this deck. Transcendence, renewal, disguise, detoxification, abundance, prosperity, communication, and realism. So I think what's interesting about you is like some people might be like really kind of poisoned by success and might get like really overconfident and kind of, like it might change their personality in a bad way, but I think for you, it's really something that like you're staying grounded, even though you have had some success and you've gotten where you want. Like you're not letting it go to your head, and you're going to have this future success and you still will not let it go to your head. Like you're going to stay grounded and just kind of keep going on these cycles of renewal as you complete these different goals and kind of transcend. So it might be interesting if you see either of these animals this month. You'll have to let me know and see what happens. Okay, let's see what some of the Moonology cards have to say. It might give us a little bit more astrological perspective about what is coming up in December for you. Okay, this is honestly, I cannot make this up. Your hard work is paying off. So this is so interesting. And also because Capricorn is coming up in like December, January as the sign. So it's absolutely perfect for December. And it is telling us that your hard work is paying off in December. And the rest of the cards absolutely agree. Let's get one more. I don't like how you can't see that one. I'll put it over here. Okay, what else is coming up for you in December? Oh, interesting. Okay, this is I like this a lot because communication is key. I think this is something where like all these cards have kind of praised you for everything that you've done and kind of told you like, you know, take time to enjoy, go with the flow. Like these new ideas are going to be coming, like great job with what you've accomplished so far. But then this one, I was almost thinking in my head, like, okay, they've done so much, but like, can we get them some direction on what they need to be doing? So this is interesting. Just watch your communication and make sure that you're being really clear. I'm getting that sometimes like you think you're being really clear and you think you've communicated everything that you need to say in a way that makes sense, but other people don't receive it that way. And they kind of, take it in a meaning that doesn't make sense, and then you guys just find out later. So I think it's not something that happens in the moment, but I think it's something that happens later. So this could be in relationships, this could be in business. I definitely think like with your next venture, your next idea, choose wisely who you involve in that idea at first, because I think it's really going to be important to you, and the development of that idea is going to really depend on who is involved. So just make sure that you're communicating clearly, make sure that you are involving the right people. I think you'll have good instincts about that. And let's see if we can get one more. It's been a really good one. I just feel like we're not totally done, so that's why I want to see if I can get one more. What else do you need to know for December? Oh, okay. This is kind of like a snowy card too, so it almost feels like very holiday ish. So what do you need to release? So as we come to a close with December at the end of the year, what is something that you need to release, like a habit that maybe you have been keeping up this whole time, or something that you've noticed doesn't really serve you? So what do you need to release? That's a really good note, I think, to leave you on, where we've kind of confirmed some things. You've been really successful, and then kind of given you a little bit at the end here about communication and just releasing things that no longer serve you. So all right, so group number 1, it has been a true honor to get to experience this energy of what's going to happen to you in December. Feel free to take a screenshot of this, because then throughout December, you can kind of refer to these different aspects and see and recognize as they're happening, and then let me know how it went. If any of this resonates with you and you already have an idea about what it is about, please leave me a comment below, fill me in, let me know that you chose this pile, and please like, subscribe, and come back for more readings very soon. Bye. Okay, my lovely group number 2, this is your reading, and you chose the Black Jade. And Black Jade really has to do with like protection and keeping out bad energy and negativity. So it'll be really interesting to see what's coming up for you in December and see if black jade might be something that is useful to you. I'm going to take these off and go for the tarot cards first, just to get a base, then we'll do oracle cards. Okay, so what's coming up for you in December? So this is interesting. So with 5 of Cups, it kind of feels like you're in a little bit of like an emotional stalemate. And I get that December might actually be a really hard time for you. And maybe traditionally it has been kind of a hard time for you. Like you have to just kind of slog through it. And you might feel like a little bit listless and kind of like you're not really sure if what you're doing is amounting to anything, and it's hard for you to kind of get your focus going, is what I'm seeing with the 5 of Cups. And you can see even in this picture, like it almost looks like this cup is like kind of pouring down the drain a little bit and you don't know where it's going. So I think that you've maybe been working on a few different things, but you're feeling really burnt out right now. And I think that in December, you're going to see a lot of that energy kind of feeling like it's going nowhere. I don't actually feel like that's the case. I think you just can't see where it's going right now, but it is all going to pay off. But I think that it is just going to be kind of a difficult, something that you really need to go through. I almost wonder if this is, I'm getting something kind of specific, that maybe you've been pushing off some of this emotional or spiritual growth and just kind of burying yourself in other things. And maybe this is really something that you just need to go through this December, and it's not going to be the easiest, but I truly do think like this is going somewhere. You just haven't gotten there yet. It's not the right timing for you, and you have to go through this to get to the other side. Okay, let's see what else is coming up for you this December, or what you need to know. Okay, so this is really interesting. You also have the 4 of Cups, because the 4 of Cups kind of has like a little bit of a listless, bored feeling to it. Like you're not feeling like emotionally fulfilled. So this one, the 5 of Cups and the 4 of Cups, I already know I'm going to pull more cards for you just to get more clarity, because these are so similar. And I definitely think that you kind of are in a little bit of a rut. Okay, don't freak out. Group 2, do not freak out. I promise everything's going to be all right. These are a little bit of like some scary cards coming through, but I think that this is just a lesson that you need to hear. And it's all going to be okay. Because I think that maybe what you've been feeling is like you've kind of been walking a little bit blind, and like things have kind of been coming at you, and you feel like things are not in your favor, and you're like constantly kind of experiencing like one thing after another. That's what I'm getting, is like you're just like, I don't know what to do at this point, because it's just one thing after another. So, and like, by the way, if this is not resonating with you and you don't feel like this is you, then because I think this is for very specific people. So perhaps if this is not resonating with you, go choose the pile that you were like, you know, second most inclined to look at. But I think this like certain pile is really meant for very specific people. So if you're seeing these and you're like, yes, this is me, but I don't really want to confront this, like stay with me. It's going to be okay. And if this isn't feeling like you, just go choose your other pile, because I don't know if this is really meant for everyone. This reading feels very specific. So 2 of Swords, it also might be like a relationship issue, like a relationship with someone is kind of like causing you to have this like tangled situation in your mind. So I'm wondering if that's what's going on. And again, I am going to pull more cards for you, because I feel like we just have kind of some similar energy. And your last one makes a lot of sense. The one that I originally pulled is Temperance. So like being patient and kind of letting yourself go through all of this is key. And what I'm getting is that if you don't let yourself go through this and you don't have that patience, you're kind of going to be stuck in this energy for longer than you want to be. And I think you're going to have to go through this kind of stagnant time and just like keep going, be patient, don't be so hard on yourself, and you're going to 100% get through this. It's just December can be a weird one. And I get that it's been a weird one for you for a little while. So let me grab the cards. And let me see what else you need to know about December. Let's get some clarity for group 2. What is coming for them in December? Okay, so this is interesting. I think this does give us some clarity. So the 3 of Wands, I think there is something that you have kind of been interested in, or like kind of something that's like far off on the horizon that's been an idea in your mind, but you kind of feel like you haven't had the tools, the abilities, like money is holding you back, or people are holding you back from like being able to reach that goal and be able to try that new thing. But I think that's how you're going to get out of this. I think you're meant for this new idea and to actually be able to follow it and not have it just be kind of like something that you think about occasionally, or I'm almost even like thinking like changing up the scenery. Maybe not permanently, like not moving to somewhere else. You could be, but I'm thinking like just getting yourself out of your daily routine is really going to help this energy to kind of flow differently, and help your thinking be a little bit different. So I think like if you always take the same route to work, like yes, maybe it's the most efficient, but maybe leave like 5 minutes earlier, 10 minutes earlier, and take a different route. If you always go to the same coffee shops, like find a different one. If you are always like, I get that you're like stuck in this routine, like it feels like Groundhog Day with all of this. And I think this December is really going to be time that you can start moving this energy in a different way. So getting yourself out of this little Groundhog Day thing, I think it really does have to do with kind of just switching up your routine. And when you switch up something small, it sets everything else in motion that's going to just help that energy snowball into something else and take you on like the next path and elevate you to that next level that you are supposed to be at. So whatever this idea is, maybe if it hasn't come to you yet, I think it's going to come to you if you change up your routine, move things around a little bit, and get a little bit out of your comfort zone. I think that's definitely going to help. I think I want to pull one more just because I think, again, this reading feels like it's very specific, and it doesn't have to be as heavy as it was in the very beginning of this reading. It just feels like there's something you need to change to kind of change up this energy. So what else does group 2 need to know about December? Okay. So the Hermit, this one I know can honestly sometimes seem like it's a little bit negative too, but I think this one just like tells us that you do need that self-reflection time, and you're going to be doing things. I think maybe being alone can sometimes make you feel uncomfortable because you don't want to be alone with some of these thoughts, but I think being able to be comfortable with yourself is going to, again, be how you're going to kind of move to this next level and change up this energy. So don't be afraid if you're alone, you feel like you don't have like a ton of people around you right now. That's okay, because they're going to be coming in, and this energy is going to be switching up and changing very soon. As long as you are just being patient with it, pursuing these new ideas, and like kind of letting yourself get out of the box that you've put yourself in, or you feel like you have to be in, like get out of it, take a new route, and just let yourself be. Don't beat yourself up about any of this, because it's not like you brought this upon yourself. It's just a life path that you need to take right now, and everybody has these happen to them. This is just like your particular journey, and you can even see like these little lights along the way. Like you're going to have parts along the way that are darker and parts that are lighter. So I think look at the light and do not let yourself be surrounded by all the darkness. Just like let yourself be creative. Look at these new ideas. Read a different book. Listen to a different audiobook. For some reason, I'm feeling like there's like some book out there that's going to be like something audio, like a song, a podcast, a book, like audiobook, like just something is going to help you change up this energy and spark these ideas. So don't be afraid to kind of like delve into your own inner self and your own ideas and these different things that you've got going on inside your head. So take that time, and this energy is going to change. I don't feel like this energy is going to stay with you into 2022. I think you just have like a lot of reflection that you need to do this last month of December. And you can also see if any of these numbers mean anything to you as well. The Hermit has a 9, 14 there. Just see what you think, or if any of this imagery stands out to you. What stands out to me is that we do have like half dark cards, and then we've got some lighter cards, and this one's like kind of half and half, and we've got like a little bit of a rainbow going on in the Four of Cups, where like you're bored right now and you feel like things are kind of stagnant, but I think that's going to change. What's interesting is like this one almost looks like it flows into the Three of Wands. So this is going to change for you, but you have to kind of just take this time and see what you need. So let's see if there are like any animals or vibes that you can take with you into December to kind of get through this, and not just get through it, but like really feel. What's interesting is this one says like empowered. You're going to need some self-empowerment, some strength, recollection, reminiscence. So like, you're going to need to just kind of reflect. That's really interesting. What I'm also seeing, okay, so doves have forgiveness, health, tranquility, deliverance, liberation, freedom, union, serenity, and agreement. So what I'm really getting is like, this is kind of like you need to be a little bit more in alignment with this next thing that's going to happen to you next year. And we can get more into that when we do the 2022 reading. But I think what's so important for December is like, you just need to get more in agreement and alignment with your next path. And this is kind of like the stepping stones to your next path. So again, don't be scared by any of this, because you're just like, you're taking a little bit of time. And I think this also really does have to do with your health. I think that maybe your health has been something that you're neglecting because you've just been like working really hard, but not really seeing a lot come out of it. And I think that as long as you kind of take this little moment in December to just be with yourself, be with your thoughts, and kind of change up this energy, you're going to see your health improve mentally, physically, emotionally. And I think you're going to have a lot more serenity and kind of feel more at peace with the universe. And if you happen to see the dove or the elephant in the month of December, it just shows you that you are on the right path. So definitely keep an eye out for these animals. And it doesn't have to be like an animal actually physically there. Like doves are obviously easier to see. But even if you see it on like social media or like a drawing or a picture of them, that could be interesting too. Okay. So our oracle card from the Starseed Oracle says, your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. This is interesting. So I almost feel like to kind of mix things up and like that kind of goes with the Three of Wands. And I feel like perhaps this could be like actually create something. I wonder if you've kind of been like in the 9-to-5 grind, and I picture you like just doing your same routine, like I said, and maybe you even like have your same commute where you do the exact same thing, you drive the same route, or if you work from home, like just you wake up and you kind of like do the exact same thing, and you're maybe not like taking care of yourself as well as you need to. And so I think like just creating something, like change it up, even if it's something small, it doesn't have to be like a masterpiece, just like do something that makes you feel creative and makes you feel good about it, because creation energy is really going to be good to help break this up a little bit. Okay, your last oracle card from this deck says Earth Pulsing. Pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. So this is really interesting too, because I think like spending time in nature could be really good. I don't know what the weather is like where you live, but if you have a sunny day or a little bit of a warmer day, or even if it's snowing, but like that's just going to make you happy to kind of have that childlike joy and like experience the snow, then that might be a really good thing. I think time in nature is definitely going to heal you and is going to help you change that energy and kind of get those creative ideas flowing. I do feel like you are a very creative person, and maybe you've been shut down in the past for having some kind of out of the box ideas, and people told you like, oh, that'll never happen. You know, like your ideas just kind of didn't come to fruition because the circumstances weren't right for that particular venture, or other people were shutting you down. And I think now is your time actually to, like I said, really like pulse of the mother energy is like creation energy. So do something that makes you feel creative. Even if it's just something like, I think it's really going to snowball, and I think you're going to see this changing. Make the smallest change that feels the most comfortable to you first. This isn't like something that you have to get crazy out of your box for, but just do something like outside, change it up, be creative. I think you're really going to see a lot happen for you in December that is going to make you feel a lot better than you have been feeling. Okay. I want to do 1 or 2 Moonology cards for you, just to see if we have any like astrological significance. Oh, for anything. Okay. Well, I can't make this up, can I? Step out of your comfort zone. This really doesn't want to focus because there's so many cards out here. So step out of your comfort zone, and you're really like, if I hadn't said it enough times, this card out of all the cards in the deck decided to come out and just tell you, like, just in case you didn't believe me, there's just one more sign. Let's get one more. I feel like we're not totally done yet. Okay. What else does group 2 need to know for December? Trying to get something that's like, I want to make sure it's the right card for you, and sometimes it just doesn't pop out right away. I'm gonna shuffle a little bit. Okay. What does group 2? Okay, this one says a time to give rather than take. And this is kind of funny because the holidays do have a lot of gifts coming up, where you might feel like maybe the holidays have been like a Scroogey time in the past a couple of times, or maybe this holiday feels a little bit like a little bit off. I don't know why. It just feels a little bit off for me. Like you're not so sure about where you're going to be on whatever holiday you celebrate, or just that people are going to be celebrating in general and you're not sure what you're going to do, like where you're going to be, who you're going to be with. But I think this really just gives me more of those creation energy vibes. So giving, like as in creating something for someone else, or like, I don't know, like if you've made something in the past or something that like I almost see, like, you know, when little kids make cards that have drawings on them, like they don't buy cards from the store, obviously. When you're little, you like draw them for your family members and friends. I feel like you're going to make something that feels almost childlike, but that's going to bring you back to some joy that you've really been needing, and kind of take you back to that energy of just like childlike creation, and kind of bring you back to where like you used to be, or bring you like back in alignment with where you need to be, because maybe you've lost some of your joy growing up, like your job or responsibilities have kind of sucked a little bit of the fun out of life for you, and I think like just getting some of that joy back and feeling a little bit more childlike could be good. Like doesn't always mean you're irresponsible, it just means you're experiencing life differently. Okay, I feel like we need one more. Ooh, okay. I love this note to end on. The energy is gaining momentum. So again, like I said earlier, I feel like it's hard to see the fruits of your labor right away, but it is gaining momentum and you are making a difference, even if it feels like it's really slow going. So change up that energy, see where you could maybe change your routine, create something, and this energy is going to be gaining momentum. Look for these animals. Let me know if you see them. Group 2, if you want to screenshot this, I think this actually might be a good idea. That way you can like take a picture of it before we leave each other, because I want you to really be present this month and be thinking about these different things and see if it helps and changes your perspective a little bit. Because I think in January you're going to be in a lot happier situation. You're going to be feeling a lot less stuck, and I'm really excited to honestly hear about it. And this reading feels very very specific. And if you stuck with this the whole time, I think this reading really was for you, because we got a lot out of it. So please, if this is you, and you don't want to it's like a sensitive topic and you don't want to say like pile 2 or what's going on with you, you definitely can. I will reply to all of the comments, especially for this pile, because I want to hear from you. But you can like comment dove or elephant, and that can be like our secret code if you want. But please let me know if this resonated with you, because I'm really curious, since this felt very specific energy. And please do come back and see me, because I feel like we bonded during this reading a little bit. So come back and see me, like, subscribe, leave me a comment so we can kind of connect on that level. And I really hope that I will see you for another reading, so we can see if some of this has changed up and kind of what you're doing. So I hope you have a good December. Don't let this scare you. You're doing great. You've got this, and I will see you very soon. Thank you for letting me do this reading for you. Bye. Okay, hello, group number 3. So if you chose this pile, then you chose the Howlite, and Howlite is really interesting because it carries a lot of like healing properties that help soothe the body, mind, and spirit. And so this is kind of like a cooling stone, like can kind of just like help things cool off, help you connect, help things flow, and reduce stress. So if you are looking for any of those things, I highly recommend checking out some Howlite. It also is supposedly very good for insomnia, and I do keep it by my bedside on nights that I feel like I am just not falling asleep very well. So Howlite is definitely one of my very favorites. Okay, so let's get into what's going to happen for you in December. Let's just take a look at the tarot cards first, and we'll get to the oracle cards in a minute. And what's funny is I meant to pull 4, 5 came out, and if you have watched my readings before, you've watched any of my videos, you'll know that pile number 3 always gets an extra card. I couldn't tell you why. It's just like Spirit's extra message for you. So if you're drawn to this pile, it seems like our track record is that you just get some extra cards, and I think it just helps get some clarity. And I did just pull some extra cards for pile number 2, but you get one right off the bat. So okay, your first card for December is the Sun. So this is really interesting because I think you have kind of reached a point where you're going to be able to enjoy December. You're going to be able to have fun. There's going to be a lot of enjoyment and joy and light, and you're going to feel like a lot of the stresses of the world kind of lift off your back. Even if it's just for a moment, you're going to get to feel this joy, and just know that there are a lot of possibilities for you, and things are about to get really, really, really exciting. You can see how brilliant that card is. When I'm holding it up here, you can't quite see the art as well, but I love all the colors and how beautiful that is. And I think it just goes to show that your life is about to be very colorful. Strength. Okay. So I almost wonder if the number 8 means anything to you either, or like infinity. So strength, I think that you are already a very strong person, and you're going to have to display some of these qualities. And I think you already know this. Oh, we've got an infinity up here too. I forgot that was on this card. I almost wonder if like that means something to you, or you might see an infinity symbol when you're on the right track in December, or you might see an 8. Or I wonder what is coming up for you on December 8th. That could be very interesting too, just if we're getting into the numerology of things. I think just continue on the path. I think like you've been working really hard and you're not sure if all this is kind of going to pay off. I think continue to be strong. Like don't let yourself fall apart, but I don't think you would do that anyway. So you're going to have some strength coming up. Like you are going to be a very strong person in December. Oh, okay. So I wonder if you are going to have some newfound strength, some newfound love, perhaps. The Knight of Cups, the Knight of Cups can mean that you are going to be meeting someone special. You're going to be kind of deepening a current relationship or going to a new level with a relationship. So if you're single, this is really good news for you that maybe you're going to meet a new person. Oh, watch out for December 8th. That could be very interesting. Or the 19th. I don't know. We'll have to see about the numerology of things. I can't wait for you to tell me. But overall, just know that your love life is about to get some positive news. Your person is really going to be feeling some joy as well in the month of December. So if you have been feeling like kind of bummed because you're single for the holidays, or you're not sure if you're going to be able to be with your person on the holidays, I think the Knight of Cups is a great sign that all will be well in the love department. I just spun this one around, but it came out upright. So you have the Queen of Wands. So this really goes to show that you're going to be having some great ideas. You're really going to be able to celebrate and feel like things are going your way. You're going to feel really inspired. Things will be bright. I think you're going to be seeing inspiration everywhere. And I think like all of this, I'm just seeing a lot of light. Like we've got all of the candles here. She's like holding a little spark. We've got all of the light from the sun. And I think overall, this is just going to be like a breath of fresh air for you in December. So getting to have like a new cycle, a new fresh feeling where you feel like things are finally going your way. I think that is going to be such a good feeling for you, and just take that inspiration and run with it. So if you come up with some really good ideas, know that they are going to carry you into 2022. And I can see this kind of being something with a lot of longevity for you in the relationship, the sun, the strength. I just feel like you're going to be in the next phase for kind of a while now, and this is going to be a really good time in your life where some new ideas are going to spark. You're going to feel like you are kind of like the master of your universe for right now, and maybe you haven't again felt that way, and you might be kind of shocked to feel that, like, really, is this actually going to happen? But I think that the universe is kind of saying, like, you've worked hard, like let's get you some things that are going to make you really happy in December. And I think this is because you've been on this journey. So you've kind of been moving onwards. Like this is our first card that looks like a little bit darker. And I think that's because you've been on this path where you've kind of been on a journey to get to these different things. So what this is telling me is that I think you might be kind of finishing out the cycle and finishing this journey. So maybe you're not going to see this right away in December, but by the end of the year, most definitely you're going to be having this inspiration. I think strength really kind of goes with the Six of Swords, that you've been on this like mental journey, and you are finally going to be able to have this like cloud lift off of your mind, and you're going to be, you can see they're like taking her across, and she's got this like baggage that she's carrying. She looks a little sad, but she, like, you can almost see the shore right over here. So I think the shore almost lines up with like, then you're going to be like jumping for joy on the other side. So you're almost done with these really hard things. Just get through them, have that strength, and you're going to have a lot of inspiration, joy, and love just coming into your life. And it's going to be a really good month for you. Let's see what animals you might see that might represent some good luck, or some of the vibes that you might be seeing in December. So focus, concentration, this turtle, steadiness, sure-footedness, groundedness, reliability, retreat, security, determination, and perseverance. So that kind of sums up a lot of these cards, that you're going to be able to have that kind of steadiness. I get that security is something that you have been seeking, and that you have like really built within yourself, but you're not so sure about like your external life, and sharing that with other people. But I think that this is really a time when you're going to be able to actually share these things and just turn over that new leaf. And turtles really like kind of go with the flow, and they have that determination to get where they want to go, even if the current is kind of pushing them somewhere else. So, oh, that kind of goes with this one too. So know that you've done a really good job kind of creating what you want to create for yourself. And things are going to be really good. Group number 3, I'm so excited for you. We also have goat energy. I love goats. Maybe you should do some goat yoga in December. I've never done that, but I've seen pictures and heard it's hilarious. So quick-wittedness, independence, initiation, opportunism, stability, affluence, ambition, acquisition. Okay, so I'm actually almost seeing like your energy is like turtle energy. Like you've built this for yourself, and I almost think that like your person has this goat energy. Like these qualities describe them, and you're going to be able to, like, these are things you've been looking for. And I think your person's going to be really funny and have a really good sense of humor, like maybe almost even like a dry sense of humor where not everybody gets them. So if that sounds like someone that you know that you're in a relationship with, or you might meet someone that has those qualities. I'm just getting like a very, very unique sense of humor, but like you find them so hilarious and like they get you too with the sense of humor situation. So let's see what else we've got. We've got portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards and wild card. Ooh, okay. So again, this is kind of like you are walking through to this new path, this new level of life where things are really working out for you. You're getting those rewards. And I think there's going to be some decisions that you need to make. And you're going to be concerned, like, are you making the right ones? Might feel like a little bit of a wild card to you moving forward because you're used to kind of knowing exactly where you're going and like having a set routine because of what you've created for yourself. But just know that whatever decision you make is going to bring you to happiness and joy, and you're going to have all these things. So don't focus too much and don't like agonize over these decisions because it's all going to lead to good things and really having a great December. Okay, this one says karmic relationships. Ooh, okay. So soul growth, conflict, polarity. What I'm sensing with this one is that this relationship that is going to come into your life, or if you're already in a relationship with this person, this is a karmic relationship. So that's what I'm seeing here, is that these two directly connect. I don't know so much about these things. You can see what resonates with you, but I'm seeing like your soul is growing. You're going to be getting all these rewards for what you have worked so hard for. But I just think this one connects directly to the relationship part. Like you're going to meet this person, you're not really sure. Like you'll enjoy each other's company, or you've already got them in your life, but you're not sure what level or if like they're meant to be there. But this is just saying that this is a karmic relationship and it's meant to be there. It's meant to help you grow as a person. Even if maybe like you guys seem like you're opposites and you've got some different opinions, I don't think conflict is bad in this case. I think it's just going to help you grow because maybe you have some really strong opinions or certain things that you, just certain things that you feel you might be a little bit stuck in your ways, and they're going to kind of help you out of that just a teeny bit. So I think that just knowing that this is a karmic relationship is really good for you. Okay. I'm grabbing the Moonology deck now so we can get some more oracle cards, maybe get some astrology going in here. So what does group 3 need to know about December? Oh, interesting. A win-win outcome is in the forecast. This feels like balance for me. Again, like you might not really know if you're making those like correct decisions, because they're all correct. And they're all going to lead you to good things, like I said, but this just goes to show that like whatever you decide, things are going to be good. All is going to be well. You're in a place in your life where you're not making like life-changing decisions that are going to take you in a completely different direction. It's all pretty much going to be good for you. Oh, as I was shuffling, a bunch of these came out. Oh, interesting. Okay, both these came out at the same time. This first one says expect powerful change, and we do have some interesting stuff going on with the moon in December. Actually, I think around the 8th. I'll have to look at it. I haven't looked at it in a little while, but I think there might actually be something going on. So we'll have to check on that, because that could be a really interesting coincidence if so. And that could be kind of like the day when all of this starts to like, you know, change karmically, and you feel like your energy is changing into where you're going to meet this person, have all these ideas and the joy, and you're going to be done with this transition. So expect powerful change. That is quite interesting. I'll have to look at what's going on, which dates things are happening on. And balance spirituality and practicality. Okay, this actually goes with a feeling I was having earlier, where I feel like you're a person who is kind of like, I hate saying stuck in your ways again, but like, you like things the way you like things. And I think you actually are not entirely sure if you even want to have a relationship, because like you kind of just have so much going for you, and you've done a lot of inner work. You have a lot of strength in yourself. And so like adding another person could kind of complicate things for you. So they need to be like the right person, have the right qualities, and really fit into your life. And so I think like believing that you're going to be able to have the correct balance. It's interesting. We've got balance here, and then we've also got Libra over here, which is a balance card. I think being able to like balance who you are inside and your outside, like who you might be with other people or be in a relationship, is really important to you. And that's something you might be a little bit nervous about. I don't think you need to be nervous, because you're going to be aware of this balance. And also kind of letting go of your practicality a little bit. I wonder if you're a person who doesn't, like, sometimes you are afraid to like surrender to the cheesiness of life. Like, almost I'm getting like a Hallmark movie type of cheesiness, where you're just like, are you serious? Like, now they're horseback riding, now they're in a cute cafe, like, oh, they bumped into each other and she fell and he caught her. And like, it's just those things where it's like, do these things really happen in real life? I almost wonder if you're going to meet this person in like a very meet cute type of way, or you already have met them. And like, you're just gonna like be seeing some really cute cheesy things, or like watching some movies together where you're like really like let go of that place that you can go to. I think you know what I mean, where you're like, come on, like life isn't like that. Like, be a little bit more joyful and like kind of just let that energy happen. And you can laugh at it and be like, oh, that was so cheesy. But I think you need a little bit of that. Like, you need to believe and be just have some more joy. And I think you're really going to get that with the sun. But I think just like, and let yourself enjoy these rewards, let these doors open. And it's not always going to be not always going to be sunshine and rainbows, but I think a lot of the time it is going to be. And let yourself enjoy that. Don't feel like, oh, this is too good to be true, I can't have this, like it's too cheesy, it's too much, like this is gonna like turn around and things are not gonna like continue this way. Let yourself enjoy. Let all of this come to you. Let the abundance happen. Let the love in. Let this person do some cheesy things for you. I think especially with the Queen of Wands, like, let yourself be the receiver of some really good things, and more things are just going to keep coming to you. So let this guy, whoever this symbolizes, like, just do some really cute things for you. If he wants to bring you flowers, like, put them in some water and let them grow. Don't be like, oh, haha, like, I can't believe you brought me flowers. Like, let him do good things. It might not actually be flowers, but you know what I mean. Like, just let these cute, cheesy Hallmark movie moments happen in your life. Smile on them and just let this energy flow and let the joy in. Okay? So balance some of that part of you that wants to just be practical, with that kind of just joyful spirituality that I know is deep down in there, or like you've been learning about it recently, or you're going to if you haven't. But just something to leave you on is just to make sure you're balancing that and do what feels right, even if it's a little bit cheesy. So, all right, group number 3. This was quite lovely energy to have. And this was a really nice note to leave it off on. So, just like I told the other groups, I am quite interested to see what happens for you, especially because I think there might be something going on with the moon on the 8th. I'll have to check that out. I don't remember the exact date. But I would love for you to take a picture of this or screenshot it, just so you can kind of see as these things come up, see how accurate your December prediction was, see what happens, and then we can talk about it later. So I am going to be coming at you with a full 2022 reading, so we can see what's going to happen after this and kind of see where some continuations of these things might occur as we get into next year. But it looks like you're going to have an absolutely fantastic December, and honestly, I'm really excited for you. So if any of this resonated with you, or if like any of these things start to happen in December, please, please, please leave me a comment and let me know. And just let me know that you chose pile number 3. Let me know what feels like it might resonate with you. If you're looking for love, let me know and we'll see if love comes to you in December. I do believe that it will. And if you're already in a relationship, I think it's just going to show good things. Overall, I love these two. Like, having this combination, just love it. So please comment, like, subscribe, and I cannot wait to see you again for another reading. Bye.